What is going on, guys? The Amazing Spider-Man issue 8 is finally here, and the funny thing about this front cover is the fact that about 2 years ago, which was way before Superior Spider-Man even existed, there was a preview of this front cover of Peter Parker in the Superior Spider-Man costume, surrounded by fire and destruction. Now, if you think about it, none of us knew why he was there. We didn't know what costume he was in. Obviously we know what it is now because it's Superior Spider-Man, but back then Superior Spider-Man didn't even exist, so that's why we didn't know what it was. But to think that 2 years later this is only just coming into the comics is absolutely insane. Like, it's kind of mind-blowing how planned out this was, that they actually previewed like a few pages of, I think it was Amazing Spider-Man issue 9 that they previewed 2 years ago, which is just absolutely insane. But yeah, so anyway, now that I've said that, I actually did a giveaway for Amazing Spider-Man issue 7, and congratulations to Super MNO or Mino or however you guys want to say it, but basically I chose him as the winner because he actually brought up a really interesting point. Now, I know that when I was doing the giveaway question that I did ask you guys for what was going to happen in issue 9, but since he commented this and some of you guys are a slightly bit confused on what's going on, he actually explained it in a way that, well, a simple way, but I'm going to add to that. So basically, he said that he had just realised that all of this Spider-Verse stuff actually all occurred within that 5 minutes that Superior Spider-Man actually disappeared in Superior Spider-Man issue 19 when Roxxon actually got blown up. All of that I just said would actually make more sense if you've seen my Superior Spider-Man issue 32 review, but yeah. Anyway, so another thing that this guy touched upon was the fact that what you've got to remember is the Spider-Verse actually happened within that 5 minutes that he was disappeared, and in the Spider-Verse, the Amazing Spider-Man Peter Parker and Superior Spider-Man both team up. So that means since Amazing Spider-Man and Superior Spider-Man are both the same Peter Parker-like body, that means that Superior Spider-Man must have known that Peter got his body back. Does that make sense to any of you guys? So when Superior Spider-Man came back from the Spider-Verse, he knew that one day Pete was going to get his body back. And I think that's really interesting because if you've seen or read Superior Spider-Man issue 30, where Peter actually does get his body back, the moment that Peter shows that he's still there in Doc Ock's head, Superior Spider-Man, or Doc Ock should I say, literally gives him his body back straight away. Literally, he doesn't like fight Peter or anything like that. He literally just turns around and says, "Yeah, you're right, you're ready. I'm going to give you your body back." There's no like hesitation or anything like that. This is so confusing for you guys. It'll make more sense when the Spider-Verse actually kicks off, but that is the reason why this Super MNO, or however you want to pronounce it, actually won the giveaway. So thank you, dude, for actually bringing that point up, because I actually tried explaining that to someone in the comments a few videos ago and it was kind of hard to explain, but now that you've actually commented that, I just answered it in a video, so thank you. Anyway, man, I will send you your code within 24 hours, and like always, congratulations again. But yeah, so moving on, before we get into this comic after this long 4 minutes that I've already burned in this video, I just wanted to say that I'm doing a giveaway for this issue as well, and I actually want to know what you guys thought about the ending of this issue. I'm not going to spoil it because obviously some of you won't know, but yeah, let me know in the comments about the ending of this issue, what you actually thought about it, and I'll randomly choose a winner in Amazing Spider-Man issue 9, and yeah, comments away. But now let's get into the issue. Alright, so this issue kicks off pretty much where the last issue left off, and it's with Miss Marvel and Spider-Man facing off against this massive monster. Now, if I remember correctly, I think that it was someone impersonating Miss Marvel, like a villain or something like that, and then she turned into this, and they were stealing like an egg or something. I remember the comic, but I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, so basically Miss Marvel froze on the spot because obviously she's never been in this situation before, especially against a huge monster, and one of these people in the green hazmat suits actually did say that he has history with Spider-Man, and a few of you guys actually did comment saying that you think it's Norman Osborn, or you think that it's well, actually I can't think of anyone else like you said, but some of you did say Norman Osborn, and I kind of don't remember this villain. It might have been ages ago when he actually fought off against this guy, but I'm not going to reveal it yet. But basically, now we go back to Cindy Moon, aka Silk, and of course, if you remember, she's actually working with a different news agency, and one of the editors, well, I think it's an editor anyway, she basically comments on Silk's appearance, on her costume, and actually says that it looks like she's just thrown it together, and it's not actually that good. But after that, we then go back to Miss Marvel and Spider-Man, and after the egg actually hatched, it was a baby inside. A freaking baby, man. Well, anyway, I absolutely love this page here because basically Spider-Man just gets launched through about 4 cars, and it looks so awesome. And I actually really like some of the art in this comic as well. And now we go back to Miss Marvel actually getting knocked over, or well, blasted over should I say, and she only just manages to catch the baby, and then these guys in the hazmat suits are about to basically try and kill Miss Marvel, and one of the guys in the hazmat suits actually got left behind back there somewhere, and actually created a supersonic weapon in a matter of minutes, and basically helped Miss Marvel and protected her. And it's saying that he didn't sign up to kidnap a baby, he just signed up to steal a cocoon, which was just awesome. And this is the guy that actually had history with Spider-Man, so I know some of you guys were saying that it might be Norman Osborn, but it's not, so sorry guys. Pretty much Spider-Man and the rest of them eventually realise that this alien is here anonymously because she's hired humans instead of bringing like her own aliens to like help her kidnap this cocoon. And of course Spider-Man pulls a bit of a prank and actually says that he's contacting the Kree, which must be like the group that this alien is from, and eventually she flies away in fear. So yeah, bye bye alien. And now we go to Silk and her epic costume. It looks so awesome, and in case you guys didn't know, Silk is actually getting her own comic book series, which I may or may not be reviewing. I'll review issue 1 and see how good it is, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, so now we're going back to, I think his name's, what's his name? I can't, Cole Clayton, or Clayton Cole? Yeah, it's Clayton Cole. I would have thought that it was Cole Clayton for some reason, but anyway, basically, when he was 15, he was like a super villain called The Clash, and of course he couldn't get any jobs because on his resume and stuff like that, but basically Peter gave him a job at Parker Industries, which is just so nice of him and awesome. Speaking of awesome, we now go over to Earth 982, which is the Edge of Spider-Verse side of the comic, and we are actually looking at Spider-Girl, aka Mayday Parker. Now I know you guys in the comments were absolutely begging for this character to be in the Spider-Verse, and we're finally getting her. Now in case you don't know who this is a future alternate 616 universe where Peter Parker and Mary Jane have had 2 kids. One of the kids is called Mayday Parker, who is Spider-Woman, and the other is a baby called Ben Parker. And basically this guy named Deimos or Damos or however you guys want to call it, he has travelled to this universe to basically kill Spider-Woman, because obviously she's a totem just like the rest of the Spider-Men. And I think one thing that is awesome is that even though Peter Parker in this universe, obviously he's old now because he's a dad and everything, he only has 1 leg, and he actually stands up and tries to beat down this Deimos guy. And of course Deimos is part of the Morland family, and he's there to kill Spider-Woman, the baby, and there to kill Peter Parker as well, because they all have spider powers, so they are all spider totems. And basically Mary Jane and Peter both die, which is so sad, but the rest of the Spider-Men, it looks like Spider-Man Last Stand and the British Spider-Man are actually here to pick her up, and she vows that she is going to ignore everything that she's ever been taught, and she's going to kill Deimos for killing her parents, basically, which is Peter Parker and Mary Jane. Now, I know what you guys are thinking, and I know what I'm thinking. Spider-Woman is actually going to meet her dad in the Spider-Verse, because if you think about it, 616 Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man, is basically a younger version of that version of Peter Parker that just died. So this is going to be so awesome because it means that Spider-Woman is going to be fighting against the Morland family with her dad, and it's going to be so epic because she is going to see her dad, Peter Parker, in his prime, when he's never been stronger, when he's never been younger, and he's going to be like the best at what he is in his Spider-Man like career type of thing, which is just so epic. It's like one of you guys traveling back in time to when like one of your parents was younger and seeing how awesome they were, just like that. It's going to be so sick. And another thing I just want to touch upon as well is the fact that she actually said she's going to deny and forget all of the things that her dad, Peter Parker, actually taught her about not killing people and stuff like that, and she's actually going to kill Deimos or Damos, however you guys want to say it. But one thing that you've got to remember is that now that she's going to be fighting alongside hundreds or even just a few other Peter Parkers, which is her dad as well, you've got to remember, I think he's going to talk some sense into her and say that regardless of what's happened, you do not kill people. And I think that's actually going to happen, and she's going to be persuaded not to kill Deimos, maybe or something like that, even though they kind of have to kill him to stop him from hunting them. I don't know, just, yeah. But also, don't forget about the giveaway, about me asking you guys what you thought about the ending of this comic. And of course, by that, I did actually mean, what did you guys think of Spider-Woman, or Spider-Girl, I mean, actually being in the Spider-Verse? So yeah, let me know about that. And of course, guys, I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10 because it was just so awesome. Now, I wasn't really interested in the like the previous parts to Edge of Spider-Verse. The Silk like new costume was so good, and I'm glad that they had that in there. But the rest of it I kind of wasn't interested about. I just wanted to get to Edge of Spider-Verse, and that is what made this comic for me. That being like the Last Stand Spider-Man picking up Spider-Girl was just epic, and especially how her dad, where obviously he's Peter Parker but he's like an older version, how he still had the courage and the strength to stand up and protect his family was just awesome. And it really makes you feel for that character when he dies. And yeah, it's kind of sad, but yeah, let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below about that. Don't forget to hit the like button once you've entered the giveaway, and of course hit the like button if you like my video anyway. Like always, I thank you guys for that. And last but not least, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more, and I will see you guys in my next video.